What if I told you the biggest risk to your retirement isn't inflation, isn't taxes, and isn't even another market crash, but it's running out of money while you're still alive? And here's the uncomfortable part. Most retirement plans actually increase that risk, even the ones that look safe. Today, I want to show you how guaranteed income for life works. It's income that pays you like a pension, without market risk and without gambling your nest egg. Now stay with me here, because one mistake here can quietly cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had a conversation recently with someone who had done everything right. They saved diligently, they invested consistently, they worked with advisors for decades. But as retirement got closer, they leaned in and said something I hear all the time. I don't care about being rich anymore. I just don't want to be broke at age 82. That fear, it's everywhere. And it's the exact problem most retirement strategies never actually solve. Most people believe if they invest wisely and withdraw carefully, they'll be fine. And it sounds reasonable. It also fails silently and expensively because retirement isn't about averages. It's about sequence of returns, longevity, and volatility showing up at the worst possible time. And the moment you retire, the rules change. Most retirees are told to build a diversified portfolio, withdraw 4% per year, and adjust it for inflation, and hope that the math works. But the rule assumes cooperative markets, average returns, no long bear markets, and no major losses early on. And real life doesn't follow spreadsheets. If the market drops early in retirement and you're pulling income from a shrinking base, that's how portfolios bleed out faster than expected. There's no guarantees, no safety net, and it's just hope. And hope is not a retirement strategy. So instead of asking, how much can I withdraw? The better question is, how do I create income that lasts as long as I do, no matter what the market does? And once you see that difference, you can't unsee it. Decades ago, retirees had pensions, paychecks for life, no market stress, no math anxiety. Today, pensions are gone, but the need for predictable income has never disappeared. Here's the shift most people miss. You don't need a pension from an employer anymore. You can create your own, and that starts with guaranteed lifetime income. The mistake most people make is thinking income comes from a product. In reality, it comes from structure. And the first structural decision you have to make is how each dollar is supposed to work for you. So step one, separate income money from growth money. That's where most plans break down. People try to make one portfolio do everything: grow, pay income, stay safe, stay liquid, and they're asking too much from one tool. High-performing retirement plans separate roles. One bucket's job is to produce income, another bucket's job is for growth. And income money should never be exposed to market risk. Period. Once you make that separation, the next piece becomes much clearer. Step two, understanding what guaranteed really means. When I say guaranteed lifetime income, I mean income you cannot outlive, income that doesn't drop when the markets fall, an income that keeps paying even if you live to 100, which is not likely, and it's not projected, but it's guaranteed. That's the difference between hoping your money lasts and knowing it will. So how do you actually create that kind of income? Well, that's where most people get surprised. Step three, how fixed indexed annuities create private pensions. Fixed index annuities, when structured correctly, can protect 100% of your principal from market losses, credits interest when markets rise up to a certain cap, and they lock in guaranteed lifetime income with some optional riders. That creates predictable paychecks for life. There's no downside risk, no market crashes, no guesswork. At this point, you're no longer investing that money. You're engineering income. And if you've heard annuities are bad, ask yourself, who told you that? It's likely someone who sells market-based products, someone who gets paid when your money stays exposed. Institutions use annuities all the time. Individuals are the only ones warned away. So let's keep going. Step four, why market risk is so dangerous in retirement. And here's the simple truth. You can recover from losses while you're working. You can't recover from losses while you're withdrawing. That's the sequence of returns risk. And it's why retirees who stay invested no matter what often end up spending less, stressing more, and watching balances fall faster than planned. Guaranteed income removes that stress completely, and markets then become background noise. Step 5. Turning savings into paychecks for life. A properly designed income strategy does a few important things. Number 1, it covers essential expenses with guaranteed income. Number 2, it removes the need to sell assets in down markets. Number 3, it lets growth money stay invested longer. Number 4, it creates real peace of mind. When your basics are covered, everything just changes. You stop checking the market every morning. You stop worrying about the headlines. You actually start enjoying retirement. And that's the real win. That is exactly what I help clients do every single week. It's not theory, it's not projections, but real income plans for real retirees. Next up is step 6. Why this works better than CDs or traditional fixed options. Some people turn to CDs or traditional fixed annuities because they feel safe. But there's a problem. Rates may not keep up with inflation, and there's no upside participation, and then there's no built-in lifetime income engine. Fixed index annuities combine safety, like fixed products, you have growth potential tied to market upside, and guaranteed income that you can't outlive. And it's not about chasing returns. It's not about failing quietly. And finally, step 7, the emotional side no one talks about. The biggest benefit isn't the math, it's the peace. It's knowing your income shows up no matter what. You're not a hostage to the market, and your lifestyle isn't fragile. That's when retirement finally feels like freedom. The goal isn't to die with the most money. The goal is to live well without fear for as long as you're here. Guaranteed lifetime income isn't about giving up control. It's about removing uncertainty. So if you're between age 59 and a half and age 79, and you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement, you owe it to yourself to understand how this works. There's a free video linked below that walks you through the strategy step by step. Watch that first, and then if it makes sense to you, call and schedule. There's no pressure, there's no obligation, it's just clarity. Because hope is not a plan, but guarantees change everything. Hey, thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next video.